Yes.
Okay. हाँ. Yes, students. So this is the second practical. Okay. Okay. Okay, students. So let's start with the practical session. This is your second practical. Um, okay. So the practical two actually based on unit 2 onwards, and we are still in the unit 1. So I will just explain wherever the methods are there. I will explain the what is actually method means, and then we can go to the practical. For example, this is the practical on bisection method. Okay. So what is the bisection method? Okay. Consider any continuous function. Can you define what is a continuous
Your
function?
screen is not visible, sir.
Screen is not visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's give me a minute. Okay, so is the screen visible now?
Yes.
Okay, so we will start with practical 2. As I have told you, practical 2 is based on unit 2 and we are still in unit 1. Okay, so what I will do, I will explain in short what is the bisection method. We will solve the normal formulas based on bisection method later, but we will first solve how to perform this practical in the Scilab. So whatever we are going to do in the actual theory class, we will do over here. So can you tell me what is the function when I say fx is a continuous? What do you mean by fx is continuous? Have you studied the continuous function? Hmm? What do you mean by continuous function? Let me give you the graph of 2, 3 function and you can tell me where the function is continuous and where it is not continuous. नहीं. Okay. Okay. See, is this a okay? Is this a graph? Is this graph a continuous function? Graph of a continuous function? Hmm. Yes, student. Hmm? Is this a continuous function? I will graph another function. Say my function is like this. Which function A or B? It's you will think it is continuous function. Hmm?
No, it is not.
Which function is continuous and which is not continuous? A and B. There are two options.
A is continuous, B is not continuous.
Okay. So in general sense, if I could draw a graph of function without raising my pencil, if I draw it continuously, I will say that it is a continuous. Whereas here, I have to move my pencil. Okay. And therefore, I will take the two different paths. So here, there is a continuous discontinuity at this particular point. Okay. Say point X, the function becomes discontinuous because you can see that at left side it is approaching to this particular value and from the right side it is approaching to the different value. Okay, and then there is a discontinuity. Okay, so you understand what is a continuous function? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now here bisection method is working only on the continuous function. Okay, so now if I have a function between A to B is such that at point A it is negative and at point B it is positive. If I want to draw a continuous function, I have to join these 2 points with the line or like something like this. Okay, yes or no? In this particular format, can I say the line is whatever is the graph of function, it will passes through at least one point between A and B such that it is intersecting x-axis? Yes or no? Or if I have a function where my at point A the value is positive, here y-axis is positive and here it is y-axis is negative, and at point B the function value is negative, that is towards the downside, can I say the same? The function will cross x-axis. Hmm? 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 Yes, student. Can I say that my graph is passing through a x-axis? Are you getting this point? If at
Yes, sir.
A point it is negative and at B point it is positive, that means the function is differing in the sign. One way it is positive, one way it is negative. Then between A and B, there is a guarantee to have a function where the function value equal to 0. That means it is intersecting x-axis. Wherever the function value is 0, it will intersect the x-axis. Okay. So the aim is to find the root. And what is the root? Root is this particular point where it intersects x-axis. Root is a point where the value of function f of x it is equal to 0. And when it is equal to 0, the graph we generally draw is the graph f is equal to y is equal to fx. When y value is equal to 0, at this point, perpendicular to this point, the value is 0. So whenever fx is equal to 0, we call this is at the root of the equation. For example, let me draw the function x square minus 2x. Okay. Can you tell me what will be the graph of this x square minus 2x when it is equal to 0? You just solve and tell me when it is equal to 0. What is f of 0 here?
Zero.
At 0 it is function value is 0. At what else it is 0? See here, I can, for second order, I can easily simplify x into x minus 2. And when I equate this x into x minus 2 is equal to 0, I will get first either x is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0. So I have the graph of this function like this. This is point 2 and this is point 0. So I can say that 0 and 2 are the root of this equation, right? 0 and 2 are the root of this equation. Are you getting the point? What is the root of f of x?
Yes,
Hmm?
sir.
Okay. Okay. So, hmm, okay. Now, our aim is to obtain this value of x where the function equal to 0 for any function. For example, your function can be like this. Fx is equal to x minus sin x. Can you identify, can you find the root it is equal to 0 like a polynomial which you did normally? क्या नॉर्मल मेथड से इक्वेशन सॉल्व कर सकते हैं where x is equal to sin x, that is x minus sin x is equal to 0? Hmm? Yes, student. Yes, student. Can you find using normal method? यस और नो तो बोलो, नो तो नो बोलो, मैं एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करता कि आप यूज करोगे, करेक्ट आंसर दो.
Yes, sir.
सो नॉर्मल मेथड से इसका वैल्यू निकाल सकते हो क्या, इसका रूट का वैल्यू, जैसे हमने इसमें किया था एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 2x में. We have taken x into x minus 2 and we have told hmm? Hmm? Huh? We can easily simplify and find the answer. Can I take out anything common or anything like that? No. So for this kind of equation where this is called as a transcendental equations, where it is not a polynomial equation, here it is a polynomial equation, but this where sine is involved, cos is involved, e raised to x is involved, okay, the solution becomes more complicated, and therefore we have to do on the numerical methods. And the first numerical method is known as the bisection method. In the bisection method, what we are saying, if my function behaves like this, that is f of a into f of b is less than 0. What does it mean? They have different signs. We know that if both are positive or if both are negative, then the product will have the positive sign. If I make product of two numbers, then I will have the product have positive sign only when the both are positive or both are negative. So when I express this product have negative sign, when I can express this product as negative sign, when they have different in sign. That is f of a is negative, f of b is positive, or f of a is positive, f of b is negative. Then what the bisection method do? We want to locate this particular point C. Okay, we want to locate this particular root. So what bisection method do? As you know, bisection means what? We have to divide it into two parts. So we will divide it into two parts. What is the coordinate of this point? If I say it is C, it is a midpoint of A and B. What will be the value of C? What is the value of C? Yes, tell me, what is the midpoint formula?
AC plus CP divided by 2.
Or I can say just C is equal to A plus B by 2. For example, you can take A is equal to say 1, B is equal to 2. What is the midpoint of 1 and 2? I will just divide it A plus B by 2. Yes or no, students? 1
Yes,
plus.
sir.
Okay. So what I am doing, I will again ask the question. This is my first iteration where I am dividing A into C, A and B divided into half. Okay. So if I want to locate whether I have to take interval A to C in the next iteration or I have to take interval B into C into the next iteration. दोनों में से कौन सा लूंगा, ये वाला लूंगा या ये वाला लूंगा? कैसे डिसाइड करोगे आप? How to go in the next iteration? How you will divide? How you will divide the next iteration? Whether मुझे A to C लेना है या C to B लेना है? I will again ask the question. I will check the product f of A into f of C. Whether this is negative, then I will take this interval as this. If this is positive, f of A into f of C is greater than 0, that means both have the same sign. At C and at A have same sign. So C and B must have the different sign. Then I will take this interval as a. If this condition satisfied, I will take E to C. If this condition is satisfied, I will take C to B. Are you getting the point? Every time I want the starting point value and end point value should have different signs. So are you getting this equation? Yes, students. I want this condition is to be satisfied, that is f of A into f of B is less than 0. So let me explain this more generally. This is my A, this is my C, and this is my B. I have a function behave like this. Okay. Now, can you see where I will find the intervals? Which interval I should take from this graph? Look at the root. रूट ये वाला है, तो रूट के लिए मैं क्या लूंगा, A to C लूंगा या C to B लूंगा in the next iteration? स्टूडेंट, जो भी आंसर है करेक्ट रॉन्ग बोलते जाओ, फास्ट बोलो, otherwise I will just show you the program, you learn in the theory. I don't have to waste my time. Which value you should take from this particular notation? Can you see? मेरा रूट A to C में हो क्या C में भी, C to B में है?
C to B.
C to B. Now see here, here at A the value is negative, at C the value is negative. Can you see that? The negative into negative gives you the gives you the positive product. For example, what is the product? Say -4 into -1. What is the product? नेगेटिव इंटू नेगेटिव, क्या प्रोडक्ट होगा, पॉजिटिव होगा या नेगेटिव होगा?
-5.
अरे इंटू करो, मल्टीप्लाई करो दोनों को, -4 into -1
+4.
+4. So you get positive number, but at the same time, if I have one negative and one positive, I will get answer as -4. Okay. So what I will take, here is my value f of A, here is my value f of C, and this value is f of B. मुझे सिर्फ इतना देखना है, f of A into f of C का प्रोडक्ट नेगेटिव आता है या फिर f of C into f of B. तो f of A into f of C का प्रोडक्ट अगर पॉजिटिव आएगा तो मैं क्या लूंगा, इंटरवल C to D. Again I will repeat the process. I will obtain the middle point. I will obtain this point D. Again C to D. मेरा रूट किस में बिलोंग करेगा? एवरी टाइम आई एम डिवाइडिंग माई इंटरवल इनटू स्मॉलर एंड स्मॉलर पार्ट, and at particular time as length is becoming smaller and smaller, at particular time I will obtain the required range. Okay, every time when I am dividing by 2, for example अगर initial interval का length है 1, after first iteration length will become 1 to half, after one interval it will become 1 by 4, and at the particular time you will get the range is so small, a to b, after n iteration range is so small, so it will give you the required number of iterations. So there are two parts, either they will give you required number of iteration or they will give you the value of es. What is es? es हमने क्या पढ़ा था चैप्टर 1 में? कितना एरर परमिसिबल है, दैट इज गिवन बाय es. तो ES अगर दिया जाएगा या फिर आपको बोला जाएगा अप टू 3 डेसिमल पॉइंट और अप टू 4 डेसिमल पॉइंट और अप टू दिस सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर, then you have to calculate ES when there is a numbers difference, that is current iteration and the previous iteration difference is less than ES, then we have to stop the iteration. So let us see how the program is written. Here they have written x1, that is a, input the lower limit, then you have to take b, that is input the upper limit. यहाँ पे क्या है limits? From the question what do you get? Limits क्या है आपका? Lower limit क्या होगा? Upper limit क्या होगा? From this question interval क्या दिया है?
Lower limit 1,
हाँ, upper
upper
limit
limit 4.
अपर लिमिट 4. ओके, तो ये क्लियर है आपका. यहाँ पे क्या इंटर करना है ये क्लियर हुआ. नेक्स्ट, इनपुट द नंबर ऑफ आइट्रेशन. कितने आइट्रेशन परफॉर्म करने बोले हैं? हाउ मेनी आइट्रेशन वी नीड टू परफॉर्म?
7.
7 आइट्रेशन वी नीड टू परफॉर्म. ओके, सो दैट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ k. ये हो गया. फिर यहाँ पे एक फंक्शन दिया है. ओके, द सिंटैक्स इज DEFF. Okay, DEFF में the first bracket defines what is this function. Y is equal to f of x. Y is equal to f of x, or you can write y in the bracket. Y is equal to f of x, and you define what is the value of y. Y is equal to, what is the function given? X cube minus 20. You have to write the definition in this particular format. और आपका और वैल्यू क्या है? और कैसे आप फंक्शन को डिफाइन कर सकते हैं? द फंक्शन वी यूज टू डिफाइन, दिस इज वन लाइन फंक्शन. आपने वन लाइन में फंक्शन को डिफाइन कर दिया. अदरवाइज यू कैन यूज द कीवर्ड फंक्शन. जैसे मैंने लास्ट टाइम बोला था, फंक्शन आउटपुट वेरिएबल इज y is equal to function name and parameters, that is x. Then you have to define the function. You can define that f of x y is equal to x cube minus 20 semicolon and end function. See, ये जो कोड है DEFF, इट इज द शॉर्ट वर्जन ऑफ दिस फंक्शन कमांड. जो आप फंक्शन डिफाइन करते हो y में, वो एक स्मॉल कोड से डिफाइन भी हो सकता है, दैट इज DEFF. दिस इज अ शॉर्टर वर्जन ऑफ दिस 3 लाइन. So instead of this 3 line code, we have used only single line code. Are you getting this? You can either do by the first way or you can do by the second way. Both way is the correct way to define the function. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the shorthand method. DEFF is a shorthand method to define the function. So ये वाइमा में आ सकता है. How you will define the function using DEFF? So syntax क्या है? Output variable, function name and parameter. इज इक्वल टू और y का सिर्फ वैल्यू लिख के दे दो। तो एक लाइन में आपका ये जो 3 लाइन का कोड है वो एक्सप्रेस हो जाएगा। ओके ओके, नाउ आफ्टर दिस वी विल चेक द इनिशियल कंडीशन। व्हाट इज द इनिशियल कंडीशन? मैंने क्या बोला था आपको? द प्रोडक्ट f of a into f of b should be less than 0. So f of a का वैल्यू क्या? x1 into x2. So f of x1 into f of x2 less than 0, then we have to display wrong limits. else क्या करना है? आपको लूप स्टार्ट करना है। तो लूप कैसे कैसे डिफाइन कर सकते हो? आई हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन यू लूप सिंटैक्स। क्या होता है लूप का सिंटैक्स? आइदर फॉर I is equal to 1 colon k. You can define the loop like this also. Colon defines the limit 1 to k में से 1 1 के रेंज में स्टार्ट करता है। या फिर आपके पास while loop है, तो while loop के लिए we have defined a counter, one counter j is equal to 1, where we have to go up to which part up to have to go, we have to do 7 iteration. So 7 iteration करने हैं, इसलिए j is less than or equal to 7. Then the middle point निकाला। middle point का फॉर्मूला क्या है? lower limit plus upper limit upon 2. Then I have to display the value. What is the value of x1? What is the value of x2? What is the value of midpoint? Then I have to define what is the value of f at x1, f of a, f of b and f of c. Okay, now we have to go to the next iteration. So next iteration कैसे जाना है आपको? आपको चेक करना है f of a into f of c. अगर इसका वैल्यू निगेटिव आया देन यू हैव टू गो a to c. इसका वैल्यू अगर निगेटिव आया तो यू हैव टू चूज द इंटरवल a to c. मतलब क्या है? आपका जो न्यू वैल्यू ऑफ b क्या बन जाएगा? c बन जाएगा। तो अगर ये वैल्यू निगेटिव आया a into c less than 0, then we have to take the second point, that is x2 will become x3. Otherwise if a negative नहीं आया, if a positive आया, तो obviously आपका f of c into f of b negative आएगा। So I have to take the interval in this case c to b, मतलब x1 क्या बन जाएगा मेरा? c बन जाएगा। So therefore else if it is not negative I have to take x1 is equal to x3. Now ये जो end किया वो कौन सा end किया? if वाला end किया। Then we have to increase the counter, j को j is equal to 1. ये end किसका है? while का end हुआ। और फिर we have to display the value of x3, that is approximate root in the bisection method, and you have to put end. Okay, so this end is the end for this if. Are you getting? Are you getting this code? Whatever process I have explained, I have to get a to b. I have taken c. Then either a को c बनाना है if I want to take this as an interval, और b को c बनाना है if I want to take the interval a to c. Okay, so accordingly I have defined my code. So let us see how this code will work. So what I have to do for code to work, I will just copy paste it in the Scilab. Okay, Control C. This is my Scilab. What I have to use? What is this is called first node. Scilab के प्रोग्राम कहाँ पे पेस्ट करने आपको? SciNotes में. So let me open the SciNotes. I will copy paste the program. Can you see the program? CLC. What
Yes,
is
sir.
it? What is the use of CLC? What is the use of CLC? Anyone?
Clear the screen.
So whatever is the screen, I will get clear. Then I have write the program. See there is any mistake or not. नहीं है। अगर mistake होता तो यहाँ पे कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ हो जाता। For example, if I write x1 as capital X1, you could get the mistake. What is the mistake? My variable is defined as small x1. I have put the capital X1 as output. Let me see the mistake is shown by the console. So I will click on save and execute. Save and execute पर click करो. It will ask you to store the calculator. So I will use the documents. I will create a folder, Scilab codes. Okay, in the Scilab codes, I will write the program name. Since it is practical to first part, so I will write P2A. Okay, and I will save it. Okay, now let us go to the Scilab console. It is already executing the program. Enter the lower limit. मेरा lower limit क्या था 1, upper limit क्या था 4. I have to perform the 7 iterations, so I will enter number of iterations 7. Okay. Now it is showing me error. Why it is error? क्यों error दिया ये? Why it is error?
Because you have used capital X.
ओके, तो मैंने जानबूझ के एक वेरिएबल नेम, कभी कभी आपके टाइपिंग में मिस्टेक हो जाता है, अभी कैपिटल चीज को आप स्मॉल लिखते हो, स्मॉल चीज को कैपिटल लिखते हो, देन इट इज शोइंग द एरर अनडिफाइंड वेरिएबल x1. ठीक है, और उन्होंने लाइन भी बताया at line 11, see here, at the line 11 of the executive file. So let me go to the executive file, that is .sce. see here, 11 लाइन पे एरर है. Are you getting? तो 11th लाइन पे x1 करो, एरर सॉल्व किया. अभी लेट अस 7 एग्जीक्यूट, 7 एग्जीक्यूट किया. सी हियर, इंटर लोअर लिमिट, number of iterations 7. You will see, can you see the outcome? अभी यहाँ पे कुछ मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मैंने क्या प्रिंट किया. Are you getting? I'm not getting what is what. I'm getting just value. Okay, so let us see how to more organize the program. So let me go to my console file. I will just change the code, else this, while this. Okay, I will copy this line. Okay, we'll see. Before the first iteration, I will paste this line, printf. Here I am printing first पहला column x1, then I have to space, give the space in between, 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 give the space in between. I will make this as a heading. Okay, and then I will write backslash n. This I will write backslash n. Okay, then before going to the loop, this statement will be printed. After ending the loop, display x3, that is approximate root. Okay, that is okay. So let me see now what is my output. 7 execute. Let me go to the console. See here, again it will ask wrong limits.
Sorry, you have not written for upper limit.
Yeah, that's why the wrong limit is put. Now see, first column is for x1, second column is for x2, third column is for x3, fourth column is x1, next is f of x2, and third is f of x3. Are you getting this? See, the columns are not arranged because I don't know how much space to be given. So this line is not necessary. That is x1, x2, x. But I have written so that I will understand what column में क्या print हो रहा है. So let me use this code. I will give more space in between, more space, and then I will execute. And let us see again 1, 4, iteration 7. You can see now the column match हो रहे x1 के साथ x1, x2, x3, f of x1, f of x2 and f of x3. Can you get the value? See here. पहले में a and b कितना था 1 and 4, उसके बीच का वैल्यू है 2.5. तो f of x1 निकाला मतलब -90, f of x2 46 and f of x3 कितना है एफ ऑफ एक्स थ्री कितना है -4.75। नाउ ये आपका ये है, ये आपका बी है और ये आपका सी है। सो आइदर आपको सिलेक्ट करना है ए टू सी में लेना है या ए टू बी, ए टू सी लेना है या सी टू बी। यू हैव टू चूज द टू इंटरवल ए टू सी। Okay, I have to select either A to C or C to D. So I will I will make the product f of A into f of C करूँगा. Is it negative or positive? दोनों का प्रोडक्ट कितना आएगा f of x1 into f of x3. निगेटिव है या पॉजिटिव है? दोनों साइन निगेटिव है तो आंसर पॉजिटिव आएगा यहाँ पे, और C to D में आंसर क्या आएगा? निगेटिव आएगा. आर यू गेटिंग द आंसर? f of x1 एंड f of x3 का प्रोडक्ट निगेटिव आ रहा है, यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव आ रहा है क्योंकि दोनों का साइन निगेटिव है. यस स्टूडेंट, आर यू गेटिंग दिस? -19 into -4.7375. Answer will be positive. I am not interested what answer is coming. I am interested is only in the sign. But in this particular interval, f of x1 2 and f of x3, आंसर पॉजिटिव आ रहा है क्या निगेटिव आ रहा है? निगेटिव आ रहा है. So I have to choose the interval C to B. C to B मतलब क्या करना है मुझे? I have to take A as C. That is A will become 2.5 and B will become 4. So see here, we have taken 2.5 and 4. ठीक है, फिर से हमने आइट्रेशन किया. We have taken the midpoint 2.5 and 4 का midpoint is 3.25. 3.25 again हमने कैलकुलेट किया what is f of x1. f of x1 मतलब क्या? We have to put the value in x cube minus 20. 2.5 रखो, 2.5 cube minus 20, आपको आंसर आएगा -4.375. Then you can put 4. 4 cube is 64 minus 20, you will get 44. And f of c क्या आएगा? When you put 3.25, so you will use scientific calculator for to calculate this particular value. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
So in the second iteration, my A value will become 2.5, my B value will become 4, and my C value will become 3.25. Are you getting this? Now I have to check whether I have to take A to C or I have to take B to C, C to B. That is next. So दोनों में साइन चेक करो. f of A into f of C क्या आ रहा है? पॉजिटिव आ रहा है, निगेटिव आ रहा है? देखो क्या आ रहा है. यहाँ पे निगेटिव आएगा A to C एंड B to C to B पॉजिटिव आएगा. देखो दोनों पॉजिटिव है तो पॉजिटिव आएगा C to B. ये मेरा A है, f of A. This is my f of B. This is my f of C. Just they have changed the number x1, x2, x. Okay. अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए आपको क्या करना है? f of A into f of C. निगेटिव आया तो we have to select A to C. A to C सिलेक्ट करना है मतलब क्या करना है मुझे? A का वैल्यू क्या रहेगा? न्यू वैल्यू A will become 2.5. न्यू वैल्यू ऑफ B become 3.25. Are you getting this? और इसको मुझे डिवाइड करना है नेक्स्ट इटरेशन. तो मेरा A वैल्यू क्या रहेगा? 2.5. आर यू गेटिंग हियर? 2.5 कैसे आया? और B का वैल्यू 3.25 कैसे आया? आर यू गेटिंग स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
Again, what is the next? We have to divide. We have to take the middle point. Okay, and then again we have to compute all these three value. F of A क्या है? F of B क्या है? F of C क्या है? Okay, take the sign negative. See that अपने को रूट फाइंड करना है. रूट फाइंड करना है मतलब क्या करना है? मुझे जीरो की तरफ लेके जाना है. वैल्यू ऑफ f should reach towards the zero. See here, the value is getting closer and closer towards, and here it is minus 0.07. Okay, if you increase the number of iterations, you will get the exact value. Here up to 7 iterations, what is the value you are getting? 2.71. what is the difference? 0 से कितना दूर है? 0.07. if I increase the number of iterations, so let us use, assuming that our program is correct, let us use the 7 execution. This is the 7 execute. Let me go to the Scilab console. Enter lower limit 1, enter upper limit 4, enter number of iteration. I am going for the 20 iterations. Can you see that the answer is getting more closer to the 0? See here, this is my answer. At the 7th iteration, I am getting only up to this particular part. This is my 7th iteration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At 7th iteration, my value is 0.07. I want f of x to be equal to 0. But I got after 7th iteration, it is 0.07. So always there is chance of error. Always there is chance of error. And you can see that here my value is 0.00039. Which value is more closer to the 0? After 7th iteration or after 20th iteration? Which value is more close to the 0 point? Is it 0.07 or is it 0.0039?
0.000039.
Okay, so as I am getting more this, I am getting more close to the 0. Are you getting this point? Hey, student, you can see it is getting more closer and closer to the 0. Why it is here? Okay, see here. You can see here the value is more getting close to each other. Between 1 and 4 gap is 3, then 1.5, it becomes 0.75, it becomes more closer 2.5 and 2.875, 2.687, 2.875, 2.76875 and 2.78125. Here the values are also getting close. The value of A and B are getting closer and closer to each other. In every iteration, we are making the range smaller. 3 से लेके 1.5 किया, फिर उसके बाद कितना किया? 0.75 किया, उसके बाद 0.75 का भी आधा करेंगे, उसके बाद उसका आधा करेंगे, and you can see that the value is matching up to 3 decimal places. Or here it is 4 decimal places, you can say. Here the value is not matching at the decimal level. Value is not matching at the decimal level. Value is not matching at the decimal level. 2 कॉमन आ गया, फिर 2.6 है, यहाँ पे 2.8 है, फिर 2.68 है, यहाँ पे 2.7 है, फिर 2.6 है, यहाँ पे 2.7 है, फिर 2.7 2.7, मतलब एक डिजिट तक आ गए, एक डिजिट एक्यूरेसी लेवल आ गया, फिर 2.71 2.72, नेक्स्ट डिजिट का इटरेशन लेवल देखते हैं 7171, मतलब अभी हम लोग कहाँ पे आ गए? 2 डेसिमल पॉइंट तक दोनों वैल्यू मैच कर रहे हैं. आर यू गेटिंग दिस पॉइंट? Students, are you getting this point? As you go more number of iteration, you will see that the both values A and B are becoming closer to each other. Means we are increasing what? In this numerical method, as we go down, the precision is getting increased. What is the precision? How much the approximations are close to each other. Okay. The actual value, can you find the actual value? Can you find root 20? Use your calculator, find the cube root of 20. What is the exact value of cube root of 20? What is the exact value of cube root of 20? You have to use the scientific calculator. I am going to tell you that as well. you have to use the calculator, either this one, that is 82 ms, but I won't tell you to go for this 82 ms. You should go for ES. Okay, 82EX. This one is good. Casio 81EX, because this is going to use for semester 4 as well. Okay, Casio is good brand. EX is the non-programmable scientific calculator is allowed. If you go for MX, it is good enough. MX series is good enough, but you will get more functions in EX. So you have to use the scientific calculator for this calculation. See here, I can use the scientific calculator provided by Google as well. These functions I require: sine, cos, tan, exponent function, log function in many of the methods. For example, x cube minus 20, I will take 1 cube. So 1 raised to 3 minus 20. That is how I will get the value minus 99 in the first place. This is how I am getting f of 1 minus 19. See here, f of x1 minus 19 कैसे आया? ऐसे आया. नेक्स्ट क्या है आपका? यू हैव टू टेक द वैल्यू एट 4. वैल्यू एट 4 कैसे कैलकुलेट करोगे आप? 4 raised to 3 minus 20. You got 44. So here f of x2 is equal to 44. See here 2.5. How I will calculate 2.5 cube minus 20? Again, I will put 2.5 raised to 3 minus 20 equal to minus 4.375. And you will see that the answer, as the a gets smaller, that is C, 3 point, for example, आपका last answer था 2.714. So more number of digits you apply in the calculation, more time it will take to compute the value. Minus 0.00922956. So we have to go up to, in the practical approach, we will go only up to 3 decimal places or 4 decimal places. We are not going to the more decimal places. In exam also, I will ask you, if it is offline exam, I will ask you to compute the answer up to 5 decimal places, 4 decimal places. Generally, I will ask you to reserve 4 decimal places. After that, you will round off. Okay. So, are you understood this practical 2A? Students?
Yes.
Okay. So, let's move forward. I think my practical is on page number 9. Yeah. See the output like this: x1, x2, x3, f of x1, f of x2, f of x3. The approximate root is 2.7109375. Okay. Now the second one. Consider the equation. Write a Scilab code for real root of equation. Bisection method. Correct up to 4 decimal places. कितना decimal places तक correct करना है आपको? 4 decimal places. When I apply 4 decimal places, I will write the code by my own and not look at the code. I will take the function x cube minus x minus 1 equal to 0 using bisection method, correct up to 4 decimal places. And I, for this particular code, when there is a number of decimal places answer is given, how to write a code, let us see using the Scilab. Okay, I am not taking the code. You are not expected to write the code for this particular thing. Only thing you should apply the process over here. See here, I will just copy paste this all. Control C, and I will take new, not this. Okay, Control V. Let us see. I don't want this enter the number of iterations. What I want here, the limiting place is what? I want up to 4 decimal places. So I want the difference should not be more than 0.0001. Okay. That means answer is matching up to 4 decimal places. Okay. So whenever my two answers, that is difference between these two answers and previous answer is matching up to d is equal to 0.04, I will go for the iteration. Now let us apply for the same function. Okay, if this display long limit len else, I don't require this particular phenomena. Okay, why I'm not requiring this particular phenomena? क्योंकि मुझे क्या करना है, अभी d के साथ मैच करना है. So while what I will write, the previous value, that is x2 minus x1 is less than 0 d, that is this particular limit, we have to repeat the iteration. So instead of applying this particular phenomena, let me see if I have to take the monomer. I want this particular number x2 minus x1 is less than, strictly less than d, is greater than or equal to d. I will repeat this iteration. I don't require this j is equal to j plus 1. Let us see. Let's see. Okay. So let me save and execute. So I will write here in Scilab codes practical to A, I will write to A1 instead of A. I will write A1 and save. Let us see whether my program runs correctly or not. Inter lower limit 1, inter upper limit 4. See here, I don't get the answer. Are you getting? मैंने कुछ तो गड़बड़ किया है, मुझे ऐसा आउटपुट नहीं चाहिए था. क्या गड़बड़ किया मैंने? Let us see, identify why mistake what mistake I have done. I have defined it correctly. If this is sent display long limit else, this I have to end while over here. And then I will just write 1 and 4 and see that without specifying the number of iterations, still it is calculated. Okay, and it gone up to which part it has gone? .146. जैसे ही मेरा जो डिफरेंस है वो 0.1 के यहाँ पे आ गया, जैसे उसने अप्रोक्सीमेट रूट स्टॉप कर दिया. Because in the next iteration I was going to take these two numbers. Okay, the difference between two iterations as long as 3 decimal point is same, okay, or the difference is between 0 1, that is 4 decimal places, answer should be correct up to 4 decimal places. So my answer will be 2.7.145, because in the next iteration I was going to use either 7.744 or 7.445. Okay, if I have this particular thing, if I instead of this less than or equal to, if I have strict inequality, that is over here, if I have strict inequality, then what will happen? One more iteration will be performed. One more iteration will be performed. Let us see. Save and execute. Enter the lower limit 1, upper limit 4, and you can see that there is error, undefined variable x. Line 72 enter. Let us run again. Let me clear all this. 1, 4. It is so. Approximate by this method is 7.45. Okay. Okay. Undefined variable x. X कहाँ पे use किया मैंने? Have I used x somewhere? मेरा प्रोग्राम तो करेक्ट है. Why it is saying that? Now it's correct. Are you getting, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll stop here. Okay. Bye everyone.
सर आपने जो प्रैक्टिकल था वो चैनल पे अपलोड किए हैं?
सिर्फ फर्स्ट प्रैक्टिकल किया.
और सर ये जो अभी सेकंड लेक्चर का होगा ये आप कब तक ही करेंगे?
जब मुझे टाइम मिलेगा तब.
ओके सर, ठीक है.